Hey everyone, it's Greg from Stationery Shenanigans. I hope you've all had a good week and you're ready for the weekend. Thank you to everyone who's commented on my last few videos, especially about my cat's drawings and my Hobonichi. That's actually what this video is going to be about today. And it looks like my camera's doing that thing where it's starting to fall. I apologize. So yeah, I mentioned in my last video and showed you all that I just drew cats for a work trip I had gone on, my Hobonichi Techo cousin, Avec, which has the July start date. And I actually kept going with it, so I won't lie, I'm extremely proud of myself for keeping up with something in my Hobonichi, doing something every day, and I thought I would just go ahead and show you what I've been doing. First, I just want to talk about supplies real quick. So, someone commented, and I forget who it is, and I apologize, that I could take off the glass top of my pencil sharpener. Let's see if I can zoom in not out. This glass jar pencil sharpener I have, because the small size fits well for my Dollar Tree color pencils. And I could just take it out like this and be on my way, but I feel like, I don't know. I didn't think of that. I read your comment after I stopped at Dollar Tree and decided to try this for $1 because it has both sizes, and it came with some erasers, and the profile looks like it would fit in my Hobonichi drawer pouch. Let's see if I can fix the camera just a little bit. So let's go ahead and open this up and see if this will do the trick. And for $1.25, I mean, that's a good price. Came with some eraser tops, which, nice bonus. So see how it's kind of like this thin profile. And let's go ahead and take out these Dollar Tree color pencils, which have really just been doing it for me. I don't know what's up with that, but we're just taking all our direction from the universe, aren't we? And let's see if it fits. And actually get things sharp here. Seems so. Yeah. Okay, this works pretty well actually. And if I put my color pencils away, would also fit with a sharpener. Also, I just don't want to carry around my glass one because what if it breaks? Plus, it's very special to me because I got this in Poland or somewhere, I can't remember. Yeah, this looks like it'll fit my drawer pouch. So Dollar Tree again for the win. And stationery tip, I was at Dollar Tree when I bought this sharpener, and I bought it in like the seasonal section because it looks like the back to school stuff is coming out. So if you're into stationery, which you probably are if you're watching this video, a lot of the back to school things are being stocked at different stores, and you know, they usually have good sales at the end of July and August. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm sure we'll do something about that as time goes on here. Okay, let's get down to the contents of my Hobonichi Techo, which I'm actually really anxious and excited to share with you all. I wanted to do it the other night as I was getting things going, but I figured I wanted to have a full week for my own accountability to prove that I did a full week of things in my Hobonichi Techo, and that I didn't just do it for the sake of showing you all. I wanted to be genuine, so let's go ahead and open it up. So we started on July 1st, and as my video showed you, I actually did something on July 1st from the hotel of my work trip. This is drawing the cats from the life book thing that it came with this year. Or I don't know if it came with all of 2022, but it at least came with the Avec one. Of me driving to Albany, working on my Techo, making a special delivery for work. And I decided to keep this theme going. So here we have on July 2nd, I had gone to the farmer's market. And the blue cat is basically me. And I wrote farmer's market, and I drew flower stand, produce stand with a cat sales guy waving. So just for reference, all I'm using is this Tombow Mono drawing pen for the outline and those Dollar Tree color pencils for the color part. So what I did was, when I was on my work trip, I realized I didn't pack a pencil because I was thinking, oh, I should have done these drawings and pencil, and then went over it with the Tombow marker and then erased. So I had everything but a pencil. So when I got home for July 2nd, I went ahead and drew everything with a pencil and then outlined it with the Tombow pen. And then took this seed color pencil eraser to, did I use the seed? I think so. To get rid of the pencil lines after I drew the marker over it. Well, that was a mistake because not only did it kind of mess up the paper a little bit, but it actually deleted some of the mono drawing pen lines. So I learned to just freehand it and not get so stressed about what it's gonna look like and just draw it with the marker. I'm sure if I use a different marker, I won't have that problem. Before I go on, can I zoom in more? Sorry, I gotta fix this tripod thing. I think the screws are loose or something. Well, we all got a screw loose, don't we? Okay, there we go. So that day I went to the farmer's market. I decided to keep going with this theme because I feel like in my jobs and everything, I do a lot of reading and writing, and I knew I wanted to use the Hobonichi Techo for something art related. So this kind of just set off I'm going to draw whatever I feel like drawing or what I did that day, not necessarily everything or 100% truthful, maybe just like one thing I did and one thing I thought about or one thing I wanted to do, I don't know, through the life of these cats. So we're using the cats as my inspiration here. So the next day on July 3rd, I had gone to a coffee shop, which I drew here. The cat employee was not too happy. That's supposed to be a window, the tree outside. And I did what I call a workstation, and that's when I set up stuff I have to do at a coffee shop and just try to get things done. I had a lot of research work that I had to catch up on for one of my university research positions. So I was there for a few hours. I did get stuff done, so came home and drew that. And then on July 4th, which was a holiday, and on holidays like this, I usually try to not go anywhere. I like to stay home or, visit friends or family, but not like go to any businesses because I feel bad for the employees having to be there and having to wait on you and all that stuff. So I just cooked and I cleaned. So I drew me the cat cooking and me the cat vacuuming. That was my 4th of July. Next is July 5th. It was actually my first day in person at my college job. We were virtual for a while. I mean, I've gone in person to do some other things, but our actual work now has to be on campus. So it was my first day there. So that's me with a student. And then afterwards, to celebrate, I went for bubble tea at a place I've really been wanting to go to. It's Ben Gong, so I don't know if you have that or if it's a chain, but it's really good. And the college I work at is near a bunch of shopping centers that have like all kinds of Asian places, and they have all these like good bubble tea places. So I kind of decided, well, now that I have to drive to the college instead of working virtually, I'm gonna get a lot of bubble tea and try them all. And then I just drew my Techo because I was excited to come home and work in my Techo. July 6th, I was really frustrated with red tape of something I had to deal with at work. So I drew these red washi tapes. I guess it doesn't really look like that, with just this question mark poster and me getting frustrated at my desk. It was just dumb stuff, and it's the government. So then I was excited to have like a coffee time. When I was at my college job, I made a cup of this Japanese coffee, which I had bought in New Jersey at Mitsuya, which I made a video about. If you look, I think of like a Japanese goods haul video from last year, and it was really good. And I was just sitting there enjoying like a hot coffee sitting at my desk. And then earlier that day, I made Japanese curry rice, which I guess the picture doesn't look very appetizing. I made it with fried tofu and actually made it with brown rice. Drawing white rice was not easy, so I did the best I could, so curry rice. And then yesterday, I had to pick up some stuff I had on order at the library. So that's me at the library. And then I actually got Chinese food because the place in my neighborhood, which I didn't really go to for the longest time and I should have started going to, has really good lunch combos for like weekdays. And since I was walking to the library on my lunch break, I decided to pick up some good and inexpensive Chinese food, which you can see by my cat, who's very happy. So yeah, that's a full 7-day spread. I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud of myself. I've been looking forward to coming home at the end of the day and just spending some time drawing the cat and what the cat, aka me, did. And thinking on the way home from work, like, what am I gonna draw today? What do I wanna highlight? And yeah, so that's what we have. So far, I feel like the Hobonichi paper is definitely not my favorite. I'm only using colored pencils and black marker, but I feel like it really seeps through. It could just be me pressing hard, but that's also part of the whole thing about doing a life book or a Techo or Hobonichi, that in the end, like, yes, all the pages will look, you know, like, what's the word I'm gonna use? Not bumpy, but they'll look well used. And I think that's part of the novelty of this, right? To have like a whole year's worth of stuff and flip through papers that kind of look like they've been through some stuff, regardless of what material you use, whether you used a fountain pen, whether you used paint, or you know, did collages with washi tape and stuff. But yeah, so that's it. I'm satisfied. It also kind of is a nice way to relax after a long day and have a little bit of creative fun without like a commitment. I mean, I could make these like really elaborate, but I just decided to make them kind of cartoony and just put 1 or 2 things that I did that day, have fun with coloring in. Maybe I would try watercolors in the future, but right now I'm just working on my Dollar Tree colored pencil because they're just doing it for me. So, well, thank you for listening to me ramble. Again, I appreciate everyone's comments and sharing the excitement with me about Hobonichi Techo. So far, so good. Sometimes you just need to, you know, take advice from the universe and the people on YouTube, right? So I hope you all get to have a nice weekend. Normally I like to post something on Saturdays, for my Saturdays are for stationery, but I am gonna go kind of like on a little weekend road trip this weekend, so I don't know if I'll have time to film anything or do all of that. Don't know if there's gonna be any stationery involved in where I go, but if there is, of course, I will vlog it. And stay safe, and I will see you next time. Take care.